In this video, we're going to talk about the different ways that chords can relate to the message of the song that we are writing. First of all, there's a visual that I found very helpful when it comes to music, and it's this idea of home, away, and then back home. So a lot of times, if you go between a C chord and then if you go to play the G chord, our ears really long to hear the song end with the C chord again. There's something very unsettling, to me at least, when a song doesn't conclude on the original key that the song was written in, on that tonal home. So a lot of times you really won't hear many songs that don't somehow end back home. It's just something that most songs adhere to. And one example that I'll give is the Beatles song, A Day in the Life. There's that famous downbeat at the end, that chord that they hit that sustains for 45 or 50 seconds or something like that. And it's kind of coming out of this big orchestral build that just feels like chaos. So when that final chord hits at the end of the song, it just feels final, and it's so satisfying to hear. Another thing to remember as you are writing songs is that simple is good. You don't have to be incredibly complicated to write a powerful song. Harlan Howard, who was a songwriter here in Nashville for a long time, said that all you need is 3 chords and the truth. And a lot of times in country music, that's what you hear. And an example of just 3 chords and the truth is the Beach Boys' Surfin' USA. That song just has 3 chords in it, but it's a great sing-along, and they really accomplish a lot with just those 3 chords. Another thing to think about as you are constructing your song is which chord you start each section of the song with. So you may begin your verse with the same 4 chord progression that I gave you earlier, the G, D, E minor, and C. And then you could continue that into the chorus and just write a little bit different melody over it, but a lot of times to the listener that's hard to distinguish. A new section has already started. So it's helpful if you as a songwriter can start the chorus on maybe the C chord and just change up the order of those chords, because really you have ultimate freedom as you're using those 4 chords and even more chords as you are becoming more familiar with playing instruments. The way that you choose to use those chords can help signal the listener that, hey, a new section of the song is starting right now. So that's a way for them to be carried into the next section and not have to try to figure out, wait, is this a chorus or is this the bridge starting? But that way they can just be taken along for the ride, and it helps progress the story of the lyric that you're writing and singing. And an example of a song that the chorus starts on a different chord than the verse starts on is Eric Clapton's Change the World, and which is a great song in and of itself, but it's an example of the chorus beginning with a different opening chord than the previous section. In the next video, we're going to talk a little bit about the role of the melody as it pertains to the chord progression and the lyric.